My name is Jeff Miller, and I'm a full-time faculty member at Florida Atlantic University. I teach in the hospitality management program, but particularly travel industry issues. I'm a travel industry attorney. I've been practicing travel law for 49 years, still doing it. And I've been at FAU part-time since 2008, full-time since 2011. This session is going to give you some idea of what your rights are. For example, did a cruise line cancel your cruise? Did you take a credit with extra bonus points, or did you take cash? I'm going to try to convince you, always take the cash, don't take a credit. Did an airline cancel your flight recently, or change it from a nonstop to a connection, or from nonstop to two stops? What are your rights? You have rights in that situation. You don't have to accept what the airline did. And airlines today are tinkering with their schedules continuously. I've had Southwest Airlines change 6 of my flights in the last 6 weeks for travel in June and July. They went from one was a nonstop to two connections. Certainly not acceptable, but what are your rights? You need to do that. What are your rights if you need a cruise card? Basically, NCL said if they're allowed to cruise again, they're going to have a vaccine card. How does that counteract what the governor of Florida has said, which he's not going to allow that to happen in the state of Florida? So where do we get into interplay like that? And speaking of cruises, when are cruises going to actually occur again? And I'm also going to cover the situation. My personal recommendation is under no circumstances, travel international this year. Why? The reason is pretty simple. You may get to a country that has an outbreak and you can't get out. Or the US has banned people coming in from that country. Things that you have no control over. What do you do about that? How do you protect yourself? Does travel insurance protect you? What is medical evacuation coverage, which is not insurance, but probably just or more valuable than travel insurance? How is travel insurance sold? If I use my Florida residence to apply for insurance, it's one price. If I use my Maryland residence, it's another price. Why is that? Why should I do that? I've seen a rate vary by 300% for the same coverage from the same insurance company, depending what residence you use. And the insurance companies never ask you where you're a resident of. They ask, where do you reside? So it's perfectly legal to give them different addresses if you live in different places. These are the type of things that I want to talk to you about and tell you what your rights are, what kind of protections you have. They lost my luggage. What are my rights under federal law? Do I have any? The airline stranded me at an airport. Do I have any rights? Unfortunately, no. They lost my luggage. I do have rights. I get bumped off a flight. What are my rights? These are the kind of things I want to explain to you during my workshop and hopefully make you a better consumer and a better traveler.